Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. It is a bad time to be a center back on FC 25 because for the second day in a row, their prices are crashing like crazy because EA has finally released some good center back content. We're talking about cards that have dropped literally in half in the past couple of days because the center back SBCs and Evos have been so great. We're going to talk about that today, why content was great for the second day in a row of the Dreamchasers promo, and look forward to how EA could continue that trend today with a number of leaked SBCs and as well as one of our favorite SBCs refreshing today on Sunday. Guys, there's a lot to talk about. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. So from yesterday's Saturday content, the stuff that started us off pretty well is this brand new cup here in Objectives, the UEFA Dreamchasers Cup, which gives us the Fratesi live road to the final card. Once again, this is a road to the final. That means that it is live. I like that EA didn't give us a player pick between the Inter player and the Bayern player. They let us have both. Now, this cup requires a bit more work. You can't just get it done with some quick games. You have to put some work into how you build out your squad, and actually it's going to take more games than normal, but there is a bright side. The first bright side is the rewards. 86 times 3, an 86 plus player pig, 84-5, some really good packs in here alongside of the Vertesi as the final reward. I think there is a most efficient way to go through this though, guys, in getting your teams built for this Dreamchasers Cup. What I would tell you to do is build out a squad with 2 La Liga, 6 Premier League, and 3 Serie A players to start. Get your first 10 wins, then replace the 3 Serie A players with 3 Bundesliga players, and then once you get your 12 wins, take out those 6 Premier League cards and put in 3 Eredivisie and 2 Liga Portugal. I think all in all, if you do it in the most efficient way, it still might take you 16 to 18 wins, but golden goal is guaranteed. And I think that's why EA made it more games, because this is the first 2 game mode, this UEFA Dreamchasers Cup, which is golden goal. Whoever scores first wins. EA finally did the thing that we're all doing in these golden goal cups, right? They've been golden goal through the community's sake. Not everybody's playing that, but a lot of people are. Now nobody has a choice. It's golden goal regardless, which is awesome. And I think that kind of makes it even better, even though we have a few more games to play. So this is the squad that I built out for the cup. I've got my guys ready to sub in from the bench into that. I mean, the best way to build out your squad is, again, using the specific players from the specific leagues. No player can go over 91 rated, and you can only have 2 players that are 88 and above over that. A lot of 86s, a lot of 85s to build out the rest of the team there. So overall, that's going to be worth playing because it's golden goal. Sure, it's going to take you more than 18 games. Nobody goes perfect in those friendly modes, but for the rewards you get there, pretty solid. Now, what I want to mention through, we didn't even really look at the Vertesi card. The Vertesi card's got Incisive and Tiki Taka. He's 4-star, 4-star. He's got very good playstyles. This is a nice card. Links to the DeMarco from Foot Birthday if you have that card, or if you have some Serie A links. That's a very, very solid midfielder. And once again, I will say it is live. Now, yesterday was the ePremier League, talking about objective cards here, because of course there's the watch the stream and get some rewards. Today is day 2 of the ePremier League knockout stages, and up the Tom Lees, up the Tottenham Hotspur, because they went all the way through the bracket and got into the final day today. Now, here's the question. Does this upgrade Timo Werner? This is, I think, unsure. For me at the moment, I'm unsure whether or not Timo Werner's wins today counted for the ePremier League. If you take a look at the card itself, I'm going to show you in game here in a second. If you take a look at the card itself and saying what it has to upgrade for, it says win 1 match at the ePremier League finals. He played yesterday. None of the other cards did. Did that count for ePremier League finals games, or are the finals only considered today? I know this graphic says the knockout stages. Hey, regardless, he is in the finals. Spurs are in the finals, so that means all 4 of these cards are up at it today to win 1 match and finish top 4 for the potential +2. So that's one thing I wanted to mention through this, because those games are going to be happening today. And I wouldn't imagine that EA would upgrade these cards like within a day or like less than a day. So if you want to try to do some crazy Evo chains with Gomez, with McAtee, Mitoma, or the Timo Werner there, you could do so. Just once again, remember, Evoing live cards is a little bit tricky. But let's talk about the evolutions, because, guys, evolutions in this Dreamchasers promo have honestly been better than Foot Birthday, at least a few Evos to start off with. I know that Foot Birthday brought us a lot of Evos, a lot of great cards, but I think the stat boost that we're getting with these new Dream Chasers Evos are insane. Included here with a Certified Magician, you get a Tiki Taka and Technical Plus boost, and you have stats that can go over 90 in multiple areas of the card. Absolutely love this evolution for the playstyles that it gives. I mean, sure, it is paid. It's 110,000 coins or 750 FC points. If you're going to dip into that, use the link down below in the description to support me in that. But again, only for FC points and evolutions, right? We'll talk about the store, how EA is really trying to get that bag, but it's not worth your bag. This evolution, though, I think is really, really solid. You do get the 5-star skill move boost at the end. I think it's only a +1 skill moves. No, it's not. It's +4 up to 5. Never mind. Again, I think I would want to put somebody into this who doesn't have any playstyle pluses. I love Tiki Taka Plus personally, or somebody who already has Technical Plus means they're going to get Tiki Taka Plus at the end. Messi is one of the most favored cards out of this evolution. That Phil Foden looks pretty good. This Malik Tillman, if I was going to USA squad, looks really solid as well. Jude Bellingham, looks really good. For Mean, I've got this Gio Reyna card that looks sick with finesse and technical. There are a lot of great options. Olise's card finally fits an evolution. People were investing in this card for ages, waiting for him to fit an Evo, and here he finally does. That's a very solid boost. You know he's good in game, and this card is up like 25,000 per card because of that evolution that dropped yesterday. Inform Messi is another card that went up like crazy. He's almost max price at 100,000 coins right now. Yesterday he was 70k, went up to 110. This is one you could either save or you could complete it right away. Saving is always the better play in my opinion, but one thing I will say about this evolution that I really love too, let me scroll down to a lower rated card inside of this. Let's pick this like 85 rated Morales. This evolution only gives you a +3. Take a look at that card for an 88 rated card. That's a huge W for this. The overall only goes up +3. You could Evo chain with this evolution to still have a player that's 88 or 89 rated, as you saw right there. If you Evo an 84 or an 85 or an 86, and they could still be evolvable in other evolutions. So I think that's fantastic. The Evos so far for this promo have absolutely been cooking. Let's go to the SBCs where they kind of cooked yesterday too. That's the main point of the video that we're talking about today, really. Firstly, Katerina Macario, United States Chelsea player in the women's team. You're like, Nate, I don't care about this SBC. You should, because this is the cheapest 92 rated card in the game. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. She has 4 squads. Easy, 82, 83, 84, 85, 71,000 coins for this 92 rated Macario card. The cheapest 92 right now on the market is 80k. That is the cheapest 92 rated card by about 9 to 10,000 coins. Of course, we're not even paying out of pocket for this. This SBC for you is virtually free, and you and me, right? With the fodder that we have, this is a must complete and a easy submission into the Rude Hullet if you are doing that SBC, or if you're doing Ousmane Dembele. That one's going to be very, very easy to get done. So I wanted to mention that because that's a dub. Now, let's actually talk about fodder since we're here for a bit. Fodder yesterday, it didn't explode anymore. If you take a look at a lot of these 92 rated cards, they're still kind of in the same range. Like yesterday, 79k, went up to 86 with a crazy spike, but for most of the day, they've been right around 80 to 82,000 coins. I think a lot of people who wanted to do the Hullet SBC have probably shelled out the cash, like 5.3 mil for Hullet. His price yesterday, again, it was peaking at like 5.6 at its highest point, went down to 5.2. He's probably going to stay over 5 million coins through the weekend. It really depends on the middle to lower tier fodder today. With the icon player pick refreshing, this SBC could go up a couple 100,000 coins more if the 86s, 87s, and 88s move up in price, because this part of the fodder market is dirt cheap. 86s for 4k is crazy. 87s for 7 and 88s for 11,000 coins is really, really low. If you look at the all-time graphs and look around for these cards, they go up to 17 to 18k when they have spikes, even 20,000 coins. They're 11,000 coins right now and probably going cheaper today with squad battle rewards. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but the state of fodder is 98 pluses are up crazy. The rest of the market, not up crazy. If you still have any of this high-rated fodder, I would say start working your way out of it this weekend. Take the save cash because, sure, there could be some more SBCs incoming, but how many of which are going to be as hyped as that Hullet? Now, let's take a look at the SBC that is very hyped from yesterday, the Upamecano. We knew this was coming. We knew the stats. It dropped as expected. 5-star weak foot, really good card. What wasn't expected was the price. 6 squads for this Upamecano, including, once again, our favorite types of SBCs, 82 and 83 rated squads to rinse all of that low tier fodder out of our clubs. Then you got an 84, 85, 86, another 85, sorry, and then an 87. Not bad, especially because this is a 90 pace center back with 90 defending, 92 physical, who's always overpowered at game. He's got defender plus plus, of course. He's lacking playstyles. I get that. He is lacking the playstyles that you need for this card to be really, really insane. But for the price and for the fact that he is live, he still has 3 upgrades upcoming, potentially if Bayern win their way out through the Champions League. So he wouldn't be able to get those playstyles added to his cards super soon. He would get them if they qualify for the final. Actually, no, he'll get a playstyle plus. It says 2 playstyle pluses if the player only has 1. He's got 2. So that's kind of the downside here, is you don't have the anticipate. You do have the intercept. Really, the anticipate's the one that you would want the most. The aerial maybe would be nice too, but I think this is a very usable card, and it's just kind of a continuation of the center back content that we've had in the past 2 days really being pretty good. Like, I can see some people not liking this, but Upamecano is always insane in game. He's always overpowered. He's got Bruiser Plus. We didn't even mention that. He's got the good rolls. He's got a 5-star weak foot. Is he lengthy? He is mostly lengthy on an anchor, which is probably what most people are going to run him on. And he's a Bayern Bundesliga French center back for that price, which is virtually free, again, with the craft in this game right now. That's incredible. And the price being this cheap is the second day in a row making other center backs on this game just absolutely get cooked. Like Ruben Dias, do we need to say more? I tweeted about this earlier today because I didn't check the content for a while after content, and all of a sudden I see this Upamecano. I'm like, oh my gosh, center backs are going to be tanking. I look at the market. Ruben Dias was 400,000 coins this week. He's now 220K. He's halved in price. Ledley King, remember on Friday, we were like, oh yeah, center backs are going to be great investments because EA has not dropped any center back content. Bong, man. They just dropped a crazy piece of content over the weekend. I don't even know what I'm saying. Bong, boom, bang. Expletives, man. Words, tough. But these center backs are down tough. That's the truth of the matter here. 220K for him, 114,000 coins. So he's dropped 100K, dropped 50%. Even Desai, 315,000 coins, down to 180. This is an in-packs card. The exact same playstyle plus as Upamecano. You could argue not as good statistically. He's got 3 less pace. He's got the same passing, but less dribbling, 10 less dribbling, and 2 more physical. And yeah, that's maybe he does have anticipate, so you like that. You like the icon links, but that's crazy. This Upamecano is dirt cheap. He's live, and that is just another piece of center back content that is making center backs go down like crazy. Now, one more question I want to ask about center backs, and you might be thinking this is as well. Are any of these going to rebound back? Because center backs have just been getting thrashed. Look at the price of some of these center backs I have here. Araujo, 571K. I think that was like a Thursday price. He's 370,000 coins. That's crazy. What about Yap Stam? He was 1.6 to 1.7. Oh, he's 1.4. What about Rio? He was 1.6 to 1.7. He's like 1.3, right? 1.3, 1.29. All of these center backs are absolutely cooked. Cheap ones, expensive ones, and everywhere in between. If there's going to be center backs that do rebound, I would think and I would say that they would be the more expensive, rare, meta ones that people are probably wanting to buy for their teams because they're still very elite. And if you take a look at somebody like the Upamecano, whoever's got millions of coins is probably not putting this card in their team for the long term. If you're still using a very expensive team and you have a lot of coins to play with and you're going to spend that on your team, then you're going to buy a card like Rio or Yap Stam or maybe the Shuameni fantasy card, right? Who's still very good in game, can play center back in CDM. Those would be the types of cards that I would focus on if you're going to try to trade it and time the low point. Just risky because these cards have only gone one way recently, and that is down. Now, one thing that's not helping the rest of the market right now is the store player pick. And if you watch the videos, was it yesterday or even 2 days ago, we mentioned, I think it was yesterday because the pack code was added on Friday. We mentioned that there was a new player pick that was added to the code that looked like it could do some damage, and it is. The After Party Encore player pick. This includes the first chance of packing Team of the Year. Yes, Team of the Year, actual Team of the Year cards are packable from this player pick. EA is going full sellout with this, man. You can open it 5 times, but it goes away after it's out for 1 day. Like 14 hours is when this goes away. I'm not opening any of these guys, honestly. 300,000 coins. If you have a lot, if you have millions, you could even argue that I could do this, but I don't want to spend 300,000 of my coins on a gamble. There's basically giving you a 1.5 million coin chance here of packing a team of the year. There is a 10% chance from this player pick, but there's also a 99% chance of a fodder fantasy player, fodder future star or grassroots to be popping up inside of this. I've seen some crazy pack pulls. I've seen people tweet me Team of the Rodri, but I cannot recommend this player pick at all. Spending this many coins in the store, you guys always know if I'm going to dip my coin balance into a store pack, it's going to have a lot of players in it, especially right now with Hullet being out. I have to be getting a lot of players back to want to spend coins on that. But especially I'd be interested to see if this refreshes again today on Sunday, or if it was just like a one-time after party type of thing. I saw a lot of people opening them on Twitter. Just be very careful with that. But I think that is one of the reasons why some other prices on the market have kind of continued to drop. Not that prices are just dropping like crazy everywhere else. Center backs are dropping more than anything else. But if you take a look at the rest of the market, some stuff is down. Now, speaking of cards that are down, as expected, Dreamchasers cards in packs day 2, they are down again. This Payor, okay, hold on. I need to go pick up one of these because this card was selling at 650,000 coins. She dropped literally in half yesterday. I understand. We've had good striker evos over the weekend, but this is a women's Barca card, 5-star weak foot, 374. Like, I don't know, man. I think that card could be back over 400 today. And if I could make, 20,000, 30,000 coins on that card, she goes back to like 450, 460. That'd be more than 20 or 30K. But I'd be very happy with that if that was possible. But that's just one of the cards that is down a whole lot. Don't copy that trade because it's probably not going to work. We have rewards today on Sunday. Risky play anyways. Most of this team, actually, I would say all of this team is down incredible amounts. The only card that is not down and is actually at the same price or up is Harry Kane, which is crazy. He must be the most cracked card in game, and that's why he's that expensive. But Wanyeri was 600K. He's now 350. Archie Gray was 300. Now he's 200. Verts was 1.4. These cards did have some pretty good fluctuations yesterday. If you were able to trade in and out of those, if you went for the risky flips, like 1.3 to 2 mil. I don't know if he sold at 1.8 or 1.9 at all. This card is very, very rare. I still compare that to the Musiala and think, why in the world is he that expensive? But this Marcus Llorente is one here. He dropped all day long, all the way down to 1 million. 1.1 mil, then rebounded, and now he just went back down to 1 million. Now he's kind of going back up. I still think these cards are pretty overpriced except for the Payor, so that's going to be the only one that I'm going to at least be interested in for right now. Probably only going to buy like one of those. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I would still stick to the out-of-packs cards for trading, and like we mentioned, low budget. I bought a whole bunch of Nico Williams yesterday because of this exact same situation that's going on right now. Nico Williams just gets randomly undercut. It's probably coin transfer traders in the market. This is something to always watch out for. If you're seeing random undercuts on a card like this on the market, it's usually a coin transfer sort of situation, and that could be what's happening here with Nico Williams. And if it is, we might be able to get on some snipes, which is what I did. I actually ended up buying like 10 of these. Yeah, it's way too many, but I bought a ton of those Nico Williams yesterday for $3.99 to $4.12, and I ended up selling a lot of them for $4.70, $4.50 to $4.70. I still have how many more? 1, 2. I still have 4 more. I bought a lot of those yesterday. So these, you can see the buy price here: $4.10. $4.15 $4.18, and then I think the one that's on my transfer list here that's listed up, I bought at $3.99. Is that true? $4.12. So the ones that I bought at $3.99, I must have sold yesterday. But those are the sorts of flips that I'm doing right now. Out of packs, foot birthdays, again, lower tier budget, less than 500K seems to be working the best. And stay away from center backs. And yeah, up the Gavi. That's my dude, bro. I have 11 of these, 12 of these for 70,000 coins. Hopefully being able to sell those for like 90K plus. But that's kind of where I'd be trading on the market if you're going to trade. Out of pack specials, get on the flips, fluctuations, and yeah, focus on the recent cards too. Foot birthdays do have a lot of hype. I wanted to click on the hero page here. The hero page, how's Smolarek is down 232. Okay, interesting. But at Barbo, Doumbia, those guys are up. This Okocha is a good card to trade. Wesley Schneider with the center attack in mid Evo got absolutely cooked. What am I seeing? 350? Dang, he was even still 400K after content, but that's a huge cookout for him there. That could actually rebound a little bit today. Marquisio is down a lot as well. It's just that store player pick combined with the Evo, especially for a center attack and mid-type player. That's got a card like that down bad, and especially center backs are down bad even crazier. So it's been a crazy weekend for me. I'm sure a lot of you guys have lost some coins as well, like these Pavards, loss of coins. I thought it was a great idea to buy Olise yesterday. before we had the Upamecano SBC. Then I forgot to check his price. Could have sold him for 500,000 coins, and now I'm sitting with Elise's that went from 500,000 coins literally yesterday to I think he's 400. Oh my gosh, he's 369. But that's, of course, because the new Elise Evo looks freaking sick. So yeah, 511. I should have sold here. Wasn't paying attention. Saturdays, I usually don't look at the market a whole lot, and that's a dumb thing to do, is buy cards on Friday nights when you can't trade on a Saturday. So here I am again, losing coins on some cards on Saturday because I forgot to check the market. So don't be like me. If you can't trade, check the market. Don't buy any cards. Now, that's kind of the market portion of the video I wanted to talk about there. Of course, we already mentioned fodder. It is Sunday today. Last thing market-wise that I want to mention, team of the weeks. We're down here into the low point of team of the week prices. Every single week, it's just like clockwork. Get on bids. Team of the weeks, 12,000 coins. If you can get them at like 11,750, be my guest. That's the best deal possible. 12K flat's good. Even 12,250 is probably pretty good too. And those hopefully can go back to 15K, 16K during the week. Maybe if we're lucky, they'll go to 70,000 coins. 17, not 70, 17,000 coins again. So let's talk about Sunday content. I'm all over the place. Day ahead. Sunday content today on Sunday. First thing is the obvious. It's a Sunday, which means our 88 plus hero and our 87 plus icon are expiring today, which means we should be getting new ones back. Now, there's no leaks about anything new being added to these. Still, I'm hoping that they maybe take out Centurions and add in Grassroots Greats. I don't think they would add in Foot Birthday icons yet. If they did, that would be dope. We'll have to see if they do that. I hope, honestly, that they just refresh this exact same SBC. 86, 87, 87. They made it cheaper, if you remember last week. This is the second week for this. If they do an 88 plus, I don't think that'll change anything. If they make this an 88 plus icon pick today, I literally don't know if any icons would be excluded from it, going from an 87 to an 88. If they make it an 88 and make it more expensive, I could see them doing that to make it kind of a scam and make you think you're getting a better pick. But in reality, it wouldn't change much at all. However, the one thing to watch out for that would be if they change an icon pick today and make it crazy, kind of as we mentioned, you could see some movements on the 86, 7s, and 8s. And honestly, with how cheap these are getting, how cheap is the icon pick right now? Can we actually scroll down and take a look at this? The icon pick is 170K. That's crazy. That's honestly super crazy for an unlimited repeatable icon player pick being that cheap. It's going to get even cheaper today during Squad Battle Rewards. If you want to bid on 86, 7s, and 8s, you could. I don't see any reason why not, because this SBC refreshing today will probably pull a little bit of demand back for that. Now, leaked SBCs. Of course, Dreamchaser cards. This is a 2-week promo. So we have a lot of leaks at the moment for Road to the Final players, for Dreamchaser players, and it's not 100% certain who's going to be dropping when. But there were a lot of names that were leaked yesterday. Of course, forget about the Upamecano and the Fortesi. They're already in game. Ben White, Correa, Angelino. We looked at White and Angelino already, but Correa is a new one. First touch power shot. That should be a pretty cheap SBC, but he's always an overpowered beast too. And then Ole is getting an SBC striker with finesse press proven, 94 shooting, 90 dribble. That looks like a pretty good card. Hopefully it's decently cheap. Again, these are not live Road to the Final cards, but they are Dream Chasers with, I would imagine it's either Ole or Correa today. One of those two, I would just have to guess, unless you're going to continue with the Road to the Final thing to get the cards out. But of course, those games aren't out just yet. There are other leaks, though. There were some more names that were added yesterday, including a Moments Sergi Roberto with the official card of Power Shot and Jockey. That's a nice Rafael Varane link there if you've evoed him, or if you have that flashback version of him still in your club, or end of an era rather. This is going to be a nice Como link with the Serie A links there, also Italian links. I kind of hope that he has like CDM alternate position with the stats on that card. That could be a fun SBC. Hopefully it's pretty cheap. That's a decent one there. So GG's EA, we'll see when that one comes out. We do have some more Road to the Finals with Bayer. Rapid and Low Driven Plus. This would be a perfect combo card with Adiemi. If you did the Adiemi SBC, you want a whole lot of pace and Low Driven Plus. This is going to be a guy for you. Hopefully he is cheap. And then we have the Wilson Odobert Road to the Final as well that has been leaked. Whipped Pass Plus, really? And Rapid? I don't know about that one, but 96 pace and 91 dribble. And of course, it will be a live card. Whipped Pass, though. Oof. I'm not a huge fan of that one. So out of all of these cards that we have not seen yet, there's potential they could be leaked today and released today. Just watch out for potential before content leaks and see if any of these leakers are saying, oh, today we're going to get XYZ. We're going to get this card. Just watch out for some stuff like that. I would imagine we get one SBC today. Maybe we get two. Maybe we get an Evo as well, because the Evos on the weekends, you guys know, they kind of put some extra emphasis on that. So I think we could absolutely see some more movement in that area of the game today as well. We'll just have to see what EA have spiced up for a Sunday. Let me know down in the comments. I know I asked a lot of you guys yesterday if you're going to do Hullet. How far are you on this Hullet? Don't forget to do your daily Dream Chaser crafting upgrades, or the grind as it is. I just went through all the silver packs. I got to do these and then hit the 84 times 5s. And yeah, it's a lot of grind right now. But honestly, guys, I'll tell you this too. These UEFA Dream Chasers grind packs are not that bad. Like, I'm opening these and it's 7 commons, 3 golds, and I'm getting the tunnel almost every time, which means you're getting an 80+ player. When you're getting 3 rare gold cards, do you really expect that? I'm getting a lot of, like this, an 82 and then an 84 as my menus are glitched, which is lovely. But I'm getting a lot of 82s, 3s, and 4s from these packs as well, which just makes the grind even sweeter and even better. If you get a walkout, or if you get an inform out of these, or even a promo card, you're hitting the jackpot. But yeah, even 2 83s, I'm not going to complain about that. That's going right into the 84 times 5. That's going right into a team of the week pick. The menu craft is fully alive. You got to put some work in, but it is fully alive to get any SBC really you want done. Monday is really going to be the day where it'll unlock to another level, with a new upgrade player pick hopefully being out. But that's the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it, comment up if you had questions, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I don't think it's going to be a stream today. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. And tomorrow is a busy day as well. So we'll just have to see with the streams in the next day or two. I'll keep you guys updated, but don't expect me to see me today. I'm going to rest up, heal up, and hopefully we'll see you guys on, well, we'll see you in a video tomorrow. That's no questions asked. But later after that on Monday for a stream, we'll have to see. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great Sunday. There's not a lot of footy today, is there? Is there any like national team games today on Sunday, the 23rd? MLS Nations League, France, Croatia. Right. The turnaround, quarterfinal game. Okay. Yep. First leg. Second leg time. Yo, enjoy those games today. I'm yapping. It's time for me to get out of here. It's time for you to get out of here. Have a great Sunday. It's been TheFutAccountant. Peace out.